So you've downloaded and exported your model from Reality Capture. Go into Blender, press A, delete everything, import, and whatever it is, OBJ or FBX or whatever. Mine's FBX. So import the model. Might take a little bit. Just sit here and wait for a second. There we go. So now that it's in here, we want to do, go into edit mode, pressing tab. It'll take a second to go into edit mode, and you'll see why. There we go. So now we want to hold down left click and go select circle, and then enable toggle X-ray, make sure we're on vertice. We want to select everything that we want to get rid of. So these weird artifacts here. Just hold shift and left click. Then X and dissolve vertices. Now that that's done, got a little more there. We will delete those vertices. There we go. Back into object mode, turn off X-ray. We're going to add in a cube. Scale it up, make it smaller, more flat, then bring it to just about the base area that you want. And then click on here, add modifier, boolean, select the cube here. It'll take a second, that's normal. Alright, once you got that, just apply it. And then we can get rid of the square, or the cube. Now we've got a flat bottom. So now what we want to do, we want to click here and add another modifier. I'm going to do a remesh modifier. Keep it at 0.1 and apply. What that does is it makes it a much more uniform mesh, but you see it's still very bumpy. So we're going to go to sculpting here. Scroll out. I'm going to go to smooth tool here. Make the radius a bit bigger. And we're just going to go through and smooth it manually. This might be easier on some things and harder on other things. All depends on what you're doing it with. But just go around, smooth everything. If you lose a bit of detail, that's not too bad. We can go in and get that detail back a bit. Alright, there we go. Now we'll go back into layout. I'm going to add another remesh modifier with the exact same things. You see it's a nice consistent mesh. So now we go back into sculpting, and you see we lost the fingernails there, lost a bit of the paw print here. We can go into crease, make sure it's on negative, and bring the radius down a bit. Now we can go in and we're going to add those sides back. If it's not enough, then you can either go over it again or increase the strength. You want it a little bit deeper than, make it a little bit deeper than you actually want it. Because we're going to add another remesh modifier. Add in the fingernails here. It looks a little bit weird because they're so deep, but it'll look normal. That one's too big, so we'll bring the size down a bit. There we go. Do the same thing over here. And right here. Add a crease down here as well. There we go. Now, go back to layout, and we add another remesh modifier. Click apply. There we go. Now we got a nice, smooth mesh that has all of the detail that we want. It's a nice flat base, so we can 3D print it or do anything we want with it.